Alright. We in this bitch, man. Lights on, cameras on, real nigga in this bitch, man. Let's go and get right into it.
Welcome to Raw is
OGHatch, you know the fuck it is, man. Go play on me, man. DJ, hit me! Fuck him up. Gang. Fuck him up. Gang. Yes, sir. What's poppin' with y'all? And welcome back to another motherfucking episode of the Thin Line Between Genius and Insanity podcast, hosted by yours truly, OG. Now spin that block, man. For them hating ass niggas in the back. Yeah, I see you, nigga. What we doing this time? For them badass bitches. Come to the front, baby girl, with your thick ass. Let me know your boy is. The flyest, highest, coolest, smoothest host of them all. OGHatch, whatever the fuck it is, man. What's up with y'all? Hope y'all looking good, feeling good, staying safe, man. It's a whole lot of shit going on in the church, man. I tell you each and every motherfucking episode. I want to shout out to everybody around the world that's tapped in and joining the conversation. I truly appreciate all love, support, man. Let's keep building Empire brick by motherfucking me brick. So shout out to everybody that's tapped in on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Audio, Mac, etc. No matter the DSP, man, no matter how you tap into the motherfucking show, I truly appreciate it. If you tap in on YouTube at OGHatchTV, man, ring that bell, subscribe to the channel, all the good shit that YouTube would say. We in this bitch, man. Hey, tap in, get your merch, man. Get your merch. Hey, man, get your merch, man. $35 a pop, man. I got what you need. I got what you need. Tell a friend, your boy OGHatch got a motherfucking show, man. Let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm not gonna lie to you. This right here is like take 60. Man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like today, it hasn't even really been today. It's been tonight. Like I don't know why, bro. I wanted to record a little bit earlier, but you know, shit happened, so I recorded a little bit later. By the time the moon came out, the super moon and shit, everybody talking about the super moon is fucking everybody up. I'm off, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what it is. I just ran to the store, you know, to get some few things. I'm making some nachos tonight. I'm just off. Like I'm driving slow as a motherfucker. Hey, this gotta be what Earl Spence was feeling. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, this gotta be what Earl Spence was feeling on Fight Night against Terrence Crawford, bro. Like I'm walking and shit, I'm looking in the mirrors and like my reflection and shit, all in the face. I look all different. Like I don't know what's going on, B. Like today I'm a little off, man. I don't know what the fuck it is. It kind of came out of nowhere. Like, yeah, this had to be what my nigga Earl was going through, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought it was something else. Maybe his chick was cheating on him. We seen the rumors, but nah, man. It was a super moon that night. It was a fucking super moon that night, B. This is like take 50, man. Like I told y'all in past episodes, I want to keep this shit going. I want to keep the flow of this shit going 2 episodes a week. So no matter how many times it's going to take me tonight to get a straight episode recorded for you guys, I'm going to make sure I get this shit out to you guys on time, man, so we can keep the grind going. The grind don't stop for a motherfucking me soul, man. Episode 168, you know how this shit go, man. So hold on the docket, I want to jump right into it. Let's go ahead and get to it, man. I don't want to be babbling off and running y'all out the motherfucking me party and shit. You know, on this podcast, man, one thing I take pride in is introducing people to new topics, you know, to new thought processes. Sometimes even new people. I talk about a lot of different people on this podcast. A lot of people are like, who the fuck is that? Until I talk about them and go into details about what topic and all that shit is that, and then people hit me up and say they just came across some more shit about said person. Like, I've always gotten messages from friends of the show, like, damn, you was just talking about this, you was just talking about this person, or you brought this up, you said this type shit when they see it on other platforms or they see other news circulating around said topic. Recently, I've talked heavy about the world championships when it comes to track and field. Talked about Sha'Carri Richardson dominating. Talked about how she flipped the script 2 years ago. She was coming in 9th place and shit. Now she's the fastest woman in the world. I also talked about Noah Lyles. Now look, I get when it comes to track, a lot of us, we know the Usain Bolts. You know what I mean? we probably knew the Tyson Gays, the Justin Gatlins, Shelly Ann Fraser Price, you know what I mean? Elaine Thompson-Herah, now it's Sharika Jackson. If you know type shit. But for the main people that don't really tap in, probably don't watch the races, probably don't really give a fuck about who's the fastest man, the fastest woman in the world, I get it. I barely even give a fuck about it. But for the general public, the blase fan, they know who a Usain Bolt is. I've been recently talking about Noah Lyles. A lot of you guys probably don't know who Noah Lyles is. I'll be honest with you, when it comes to these track stars, they don't get the same glorification that an NBA player gets, a fucking NFL player gets, a fucking baseball player gets. Honestly, I would say a track player, like a track star, probably gets the same recognition as probably a very prominent, like fucking, what's that shit called? Damn, I just thought of semi-protein. Like a semi-protein. Like to me, that's how that's how I generally think about it. Like they're like a semi-pro athlete. Like they're a professional athlete, but the glory and all that, unless you're somebody like that's just breaking records, you really not gonna get recognized. Like an Allison Felix, we know Allison Felix, but Allison Felix had to put in damn near a decade of work before we even start seeing her in nationally televised fucking commercials. And if it's not Olympic time, you're not seeing her in that shit. So I would say the recognition of a track athlete, a track star, would probably be like a semi-pro athlete in your city. Either you know him or you don't. Either if you know type shit. So when I was talking about the Noah Lyles aspect of it, a lot of people really didn't know what the fuck Noah Lyles was. Noah Lyles has been dominating when it comes to this track shit for a while now. For at least 5 years now, Noah Lyles has been that nigga. Since high school, he's been that nigga. He's been running shit that only Usain Bolt has run or only Michael Johnson has run. Like, he's one of those. He's literally the second fastest man when it comes to the 200. The only man who's ever run faster than him is Usain Bolt. Recently, I talked about how he did the 100, the 200, and then gold medal as well in the 4x1. Only other person to do that in recent history, well, the last person to do that, I should say, was Usain Bolt. He's doing things that only we recognize as Usain Bolt type shit. He's only 26 years old. So he has at least another 3 to 4 or 5 years, if healthy, you know what I'm saying, of dominating shit. Unless he pulls a Justin Gatlin. But Noah Lyles, as I talked about his dominance on the track, he didn't go viral for the shit he works hard for. Noah Lyles right now is in a situation to where it's Noah Lyles versus everybody. Noah Lyles in some post-conference of the meet, I suppose, took some shots at the NBA players. Not directly at NBA players, but at the NBA itself. I'm going to paraphrase it, basically saying that when he watches the NBA finals, he gets sick of seeing shit that says world champions. World champions of what? Of the United States? As he said, there's no flags being flown. There's no flags being flown in the NBA game. It's one United States flag. Comparing that to track and field, when you have the world championship, it's literally United States, Iran, nigga fucking Canada, you know what I'm saying, motherfucking New Zealand. All these Dutchess, like it'd be all these other countries in the world competing for gold medal, silver medal, bronze medal, so forth, so forth, so forth. When Noah Lyles made this comment, he went viral. He got an instant reaction, instant backlash from Americans. Because no matter if the statement is true or not, because don't get it confused, what Noah Lyles said is absolutely fucking true. Me personally, I've never looked at NBA champions as world champions. I've never even called them that. The only time I've ever identified NBA championship as the world championship is when niggas won and they passed out the t-shirts and hats and you seen the shit plastered on it. World champions. As soon as the niggas win and it says, congratulations, Denver Nuggets fans, your team just won the world championship. That's the only time you hear the shit. That's the only time I've ever identified world championship with the NBA. So do not get it twisted. Noah Lyles is technically right. But Americans are going to American. Americans are going to American, buddy. Because by you saying that, automatically people are going to be on the defense. Because the main argument people are using against Noah Lyles is what? They are saying the best players in the world play in the NBA. Brother, that's not a fact. That's subjective. No matter how many, just because Luka's over here, just because Jokic is over here, Embiid, Giannis, that don't mean every best player in the world, all the best players in the world are in the NBA. That does not mean that. Because a lot of those overseas players only come to the NBA for financial gain, not for competition. If it was the other way around, then I would automatically say all the best players in the world are in the NBA. Because the reason why I feel so strongly about that, what is it? Arvydas Sabonis, Domantas Sabonis' father. If you know ball, if you've ever even just listened to fucking commentary, the talk of Arvydas Sabonis is that he is one of the best players of all time. They say if Arvydas Sabonis would have come to the NBA earlier in his career, we would recognize him as one of the greatest of all time. The reason we don't is because he came to the NBA later in his career. That statement alone lets me know, okay, so that nigga, he chose not to come to the league. That lets me know there's very well a good chance, a very good possibility that same story is for other players. You know how many times I've been watching the NBA. What was the nigga name, like Pablo Prigioni or some shit? Nigga like a 37-year-old rookie. Now I'm not sitting there saying Pablo Prigioni is one of the best players of all time. What I'm using that as is the detail to let you guys know. There's guys who come from overseas who come over later in their career just to capitalize on the financial aspect of it. Because a lot of these niggas are some of the best players in the world. But they're the man of an entire country. The same way how when niggas was like, wow, Kawhi Leonard really left Canada. He wasn't the man of a city. He wasn't the man of LA. He was the man of a country. So a lot of these niggas overseas, they that nigga over there. And a lot of niggas is content with being that nigga over there. When Stephon Marbury went overseas, he chose to stay in China. Because he was that nigga over there. So, by making that blanket statement that the best players in the NBA, so that's why it's the world champion, brother, that's not a fact. That's subjective. That's an opinion. In reality, do I believe that nigga LeBron, KD, Kobe, Michael Jordan, they the best in the world? Absolutely. But nigga, it's a whole team roster, my nigga. It's 30 teams in the NBA. It's a lot of niggas in the league I be watching. I be like, this nigga just made it because he athletic. I can't sit here and say niggas that play basketball the right way ain't better than some niggas that can just jump and dunk. There's a lot of niggas overseas that can get busy, bro. And the simple fact that this is a league championship, that alone is all that Noah Lyles needs. Because any league in any fucking country, any region of the world, at this point can say world championship. Just because the NBA, just because basketball was founded in the NBA, this is our sport, still not a world championship league. It's a fucking NBA United States championship, North American championship. And the funny part about the Noah Lyles situation is, he said it, and you got the backlash from all the NBA players. Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Damian Lillard, Udonis Haslem, Aaron Gordon. All these niggas had something to say to Noah Lyles, a black athlete, a black dominant athlete, one of the best to ever do. He's literally one of the fastest men to have ever fucking run. Nigga, I am a man. You know how many times I bust out in a sprint? To sit here and say that nigga's one of the fastest nigga ever? A dominant 26-year-old man, black man in America. He makes this statement, he's met with rebuttal. He's met with nigga, you ain't shit, nigga, fuck. He met with all that shit. But Greg Popovich made this same statement just a few years ago. Just a few. He made the same fucking statement. In fact, he even went more directly at Americans altogether. That saying Americans just have an arrogant attitude towards it. So when Greg Popovich says it, there's nothing. When Noah Lyles says it, as corny as it was, look, as corny as it was, as it may be, as lame as his voice sounds, all that shit, the man told no lies. And goddamn it, when you dominating on that track and field, pop your shit, man. The same way y'all want to hear Sha'Carri Richardson pop her shit, pop your shit, Noah Lyles. Because they not world champions. They're not world champions. I've never identified Kobe Bryant as a world motherfucking champion until he won the Olympics. Facts. That's when I identify niggas as world champions. When they go win the Olympics. When they go win the fucking world, the FIBA Gang World Championship, the shit that Austin Reeves is playing for right now. When they go win that shit, world champions. Because they're playing against the world, buddy. And 2 + 2 is 4. You know what I mean? It ain't, you know what I'm saying? You can't have 9 and be like, I got 10. No, nigga, you have 9. These niggas is doing too much, bro. When Greg Popovich said this shit, you niggas was silent. And the funny part is, that nigga probably has the most European team ever. The San Antonio Spurs, probably up until recently, you know, probably up until these last couple, it's a lot of little niggas, it's a lot of niggas over there now. But San Antonio Spurs, when they had Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Tiago Split, they whole supporting Patty Mills, all these niggas, Aaron Baines, all these niggas is international players. All of them is international players. When they go play for world champs, they all scatter all over the motherfucking world. Greg Popovich, if anybody he literally plays in the NBA with damn near a fucking Euro team. And when he said it, you niggas said nothing. There's a whole lot of praise, best coach in the world, best coach in the world. When Noah Lyles says it, you niggas you got something to say. Stop it, man. You niggas should be ashamed of yourself with that shit, real talk. But moving on. Y'all came across this clip, man. It's about dating. And it's about this young woman. I want to play this clip for y'all. Because it's about dating, and it's very, very interesting. You know, I've been in this space living to where I've been, I guess, dating. And it's interesting because, you know, when you date somebody, especially on those first couple of dates, it's like a job interview. You're pretty much selling yourself. You know what I mean? You're not getting too deep in conversation unless you start to get really comfortable with said person. I've been on dates, first-time dates with a young woman, and we really were just feeling each other. And we got into some, semi-deep conversations. But for the most part, you try to avoid those. For the most part, it's a lot of, what are you into? There's a lot of, oh, okay, so you're a family person? Oh, okay, so what do you do for a living? Oh, okay, so what shows do you like watching? Oh, okay, so what's your favorite man? It's a lot of that shit, a lot of icebreakers, you know what I'm saying? I came across this clip where this young woman was talking about dating and what she expects on the first date. And I want to play this clip for y'all right fast. Let me see if I can get this going.
Joking, I have asked the last 3 dudes I dated for their bank account.
Okay, so what the fuck is that? let's get the Bluetooth working in this bitch. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Okay, Jesus Christ. Play that again?
I'm not joking. I've asked the last 3 dudes I dated for their bank account info on the first date.
I don't judge people's actions. I look at the intention behind it. So, why do you ask for that?
Because I only want to date a wealthy guy that has money.
Valid, so you're getting straight to the point.
I think, I have a job. I'm very successful. So I think I have every right to be like, hi, are we on the same level or am I wasting my time? I'm not joking.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. I'll be honest with you. I'm a bit conflicted. Because when I first heard that clip, I initially was like, bitch, what the fuck do you mean? You want to see, you asking me to pull up their bank statements. Now, me, first of all, that would never fly with me. I don't feel comfortable telling anyone what I make. Like, my mama don't even know how much money I make. I don't feel comfortable expressing certain details to certain people. Like when I was a kid, when I was in school, it was just certain things they told you not to talk about. Politics and religion. I'm from that era of humanity to where that still applies to my life. And also, I was always told when you're in a work environment, you know, so even in your personal life, you don't tell anyone what you make. Now, I don't know if that's just something my mama told me and that's not something y'all parents told y'all, but you're not supposed to let people into your personal details that way. So that personally wouldn't fly with me. I would gently get the fuck up and excuse myself from that young woman because I would be very offended, one. And also I would be very taken aback. But as I listen to it more and more, bro, I can't knock somebody for wanting what they want. I can't. So I never want to come off as people can have their preferences. People can have, they can't be into what they're into. You can't be somebody that's successful and I want you, and I can think that you would be okay with dating a bum. I wouldn't even do that. I don't even think I'm one of the most successful motherfuckers, but I'm not finna date no bum ass bitch. You know, I can't do that. Have I done that in the past? Absolutely. There's some bum bitches out here that can say they have relations to Hatch. I'm gonna be honest with you. They can say that, and I won't even deny them. The pussy was good. But bums, it's bums. We all know what a bum is, and we don't want to associate with bums. So when a woman says she has a certain type of man she wants to be with, I can never knock her for that. But I do want to ask, what type of people are you meeting, and where are you meeting these people to where you can't eyeball them? You can't eyeball, you know what I'm saying, their financial status. And when I say that, I get there's people who be out here fronting, stunning, and faking until they make it. But where are you meeting these people? Are you meeting people at clubs? Are you meeting people at social gatherings, you know what I'm saying, clubs, hookah bars, and shit like that? In those set environments, I understand that. But if you meeting people at work, if you meeting people, you know what I'm saying, at Starbucks, if you meeting people at grocery store, at a certain point in time, you'll be able to eyeball whether or not they're in your lane financially. You should be able to eyeball that shit. And in all honesty, on the first date, that's not even something that should be coming up, the financial situation. Asking somebody what they do for a living should be able to give you an idea of how much they make. Even if you want to ask that for that information, just to go home later and Google, that's totally fine. But to sit there and ask someone to present how much they make a year, or even ask them to present their bank statements, is fucking wild. It's fucking wild. Because at the end of the day, who the fuck do you think you are? Because now you're entering judgment territory. This is coming from somebody who's a judgmental motherfucker. I judge people for a living. I do that shit for free. I judge the fuck out of people. But I would never, on the first date, even insinuate that a person has to make a certain amount of money to even be having this conversation. That is something I've already eyeballed before I even approached this young woman. That is something I've eyeballed or I've gathered certain details of my conversation and already came with in my head. She's living a certain type of lifestyle. You know a boss bitch when you see a boss bitch. You know the ones that's faking it, but you know the ones that's present themselves as a boss bitch. And when you get them talking to them, and you start saying they really about their business. You know if you should be talking to dating this woman seriously or not. Y'all should just be friends, huh? If you're not a boss and she's a boss, y'all should just be friends. You can try to run your little game. You can try to finesse that situation. My nigga, you're leeching. If you're comfortable being a grown-ass man leeching, that's your prerogative. Me personally, nah, I'm okay. We can be friends, baby girl. I'm not even finna waste your time, baby girl. The lifestyle that you looking for right now, I can't provide that. Quite honestly, if I could, but I'd be draining myself. It's not happening. So I'm never mad at Shorty having a preference about what she's dating, because right now, I have a preference in what I want to date. I had to literally stop talking to chicks who wasn't employed no more. Bitch, we closer to 30. How you unemployed? I'm be honest with you, I've been unemployed for a short period of time in between jobs. But you just unemployed? You still ain't got a job? You ain't have a job before COVID, you still ain't got a job? What are we talking about? You're a bum bitch. I can't associate with you. I eyeballed your situation. You driving your mama car? I eyeballed your situation. If I come over to your place and you got fucking buckets and shit up under sinks and shit, it's preventing leaks, I'm eyeballing your situation. I don't need to know you. I don't need to see no bank statements. I don't need to see shit. If I come over to your crib and this, you know what I mean, it's looking great, I'm eyeballing your situation. I know what's going on. I don't need to see bank statements. At this point, I'm intruding. I know without, if you know, you know, right? I know, bitch. But at the end of the day, man, you have to understand where she's coming from, all jokes aside. Because at a certain point in time, man, you have to stand for something. And a lot of times, I remember when I was younger, right? I used to always be like, yo, I don't want to be with no chick until I get some money and shit. But then you have that thing in the back of your mind where it's like, nah, man, you want the chick who was with you when you had nothing, and you got that mindset, I had nothing, she stuck with me through this, and when I make it, we gonna ball together. That's cool, man, but it don't happen like that all the time. It ain't often where you see a woman who really about her shit, who really got something going for herself, to where she let a nigga leech off her. Like, that shit cool. That happened a lot when I was a kid. Like, I feel like back in the day, a lot of bum niggas got that game. I don't know if they really doing that now. And to be honest with you, I don't know too many bum niggas. Like, a lot of niggas I'm cool with, they really got some shit going on. I'm very proud of niggas for that. And them niggas some stand-up niggas on the low. Unless they do some shady shit I don't know about, in my eyes, in my POV, they some stand-up niggas. I know a lot of niggas that's working hard, taking care of their kids, get it out the mud. But a lot of the boss women I know, they not going for that shit no more, bro. They not letting these niggas leech off them. Women is doing the niggas how niggas was doing women back in the day. Women are playing these niggas just how niggas is playing these women. So when a woman got that bag, bro, that shit not working no more. You might be fucking on that woman, but that woman bro, she gonna leave your ass as soon as the next nigga come through. I'm seeing it time and time again, bro. Bum niggas ain't leeching off women how they used to. And even for a woman to be like, yo, you need to be in her league now. Like they drawing that line in the sand. We need to be in their league financially. Hey, bro, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. It's a bunch of bum bitches out here, bro. Trust me, with some good pussy. Trust and believe it. Trust and fucking believe it, buddy. Moving on, man. Hey, I want to ask y'all this, bro. Yo, why are high school football games, youth sports, why are they so violent? Have y'all seen the clip that's circulating right now with the high school coach that punched a player in the stomach? I think they said he got fired and shit like that. Have y'all seen that clip? Have y'all seen the other clip that's circulating right now with the shootout that went down? Where it's like niggas just on the field and you just see niggas scouring like roaches because shots got rang off. Now look, I'm from St. Louis. I'm raised in St. Louis, Missouri. Now granted, nobody ever shot at our games, but we did have a big, massive school fight against another team. And I understand, if you're from St. Louis, then you know about Herbert Hoover, and you know about Matthew Dickey, you know about the rival. You know what I'm saying? Certain schools, you got certain programs as rivals with certain programs. The fan bases, the adults, the crowd, they get into it. And in St. Louis, bro, I've always been around. Like, I only played 1 year of youth sports. That was in 7th grade year. I played for Kirby. I also played in high school, high school organized sports. Just those 5 years, I guess, total. I always frequently visit a hostile environment when it came to sports. And y'all niggas know what I'm talking about. You know how, with certain programs, how the crowd is, the fans is, the parents is. And it's when you go against another top-notch school or another competitive school, the fan base, the crowd, the parents are the same exactly on the other side. And we always seen the tension uprising. Hell, there's a story going on right now about Aqib Talib's brother. Aqib Talib's brother, one of the best corners probably in my time. His brother, wasn't it Yaqub Talib or something like that? He's serving prison. He got arrested and serving 37 years in prison, I believe it is. he just killed a man at one of these youth football games. Him and the kids lead coach a team, and I think the coach of the other team, they all got into it, and he ended up shooting and killing this man in front of his damn team. But when I hear these stories about all these things that go down at these games, I'm not surprised. Are you guys surprised? I don't think we're ever surprised when we see these things go down because honestly, we're used to it. Why do these games get so fucking competitive? Is it because these are kids? Like, what is it exactly? Because I'll be honest with you. When I played in high school, right, I had a coach, Coach Hinkie. You know what I mean? Fuck with Coach Hinkie for real, for real. Hinkie was one of those coaches that I seen him with my own eyes. Hell, I think he probably even did it to me before. Hinkie was just one of those coaches where he'll grab you by your fucking face mask, nigga. He'd get so much off of your shit, he'd then gouge your eyes out, nigga. That's how much Hinkie would be all aggressive with your face mask. I just seen Hinkie slap niggas upside the helmet. I just seen Hinkie do some shit. This isn't me trying to shit on Hinkie. This is me saying I'm kind of used to coaches behaving a certain way. When I was on the team and I seen Hinkie do this to certain players, my instant reaction was laughter, or it would be, man, Hinkie wouldn't do that shit to me. Hinkie, I whoop Hinkie old ass. Like shit. It was met with those type of things. But as I'm getting older, you know, I'm 28 years old, and I see these clips, and I see this most recent clip of this coach literally punching a player in his stomach because he's frustrated. My nigga, I don't know. My instant question was, if that coach would have got shot, what would we all be saying? Because I can only think that the reason why these games are so hostile, why it's so problematic when it comes to these altercations, I think because people have kids involved. When people go into that mode of they try to protect their kid, they feel like their kids getting cheated, some shit like that, they tend to make some wild fucking decisions. Me personally, I don't have any kids. You know what I'm saying? So I always want to make sure I say that when I'm speaking about certain shit because I'm only speaking from what I view, what I've seen with my own eyes. Anytime I've seen a parent, a guardian, and they're in charge, they're watching some kids, or you know what I'm saying, they're running a team or something like that, and there's kids involved, they pretty much go hard for them fucking kids. You ever seen a parent at their child's game? They go hard for their kids, bro. And a lot of times when that's thrown into the mix, when parents are going hard for their kids, root for their kids, don't want to see their kids getting cheated and shit like that, or they feel like their kids getting cheated, that can cause a lot of conflict. And a lot of times I be trying to understand, like, damn, like, you don't see this happening once you get to professional sports. Now, granted, it's professional sports, but a lot of times in these situations, it don't be the players. It be the coaches, it be the crowd, the parents and shit like that. A lot of times it don't be the players. And a lot of times when we talking about parents being involved with these players in sports, we always talking about them living vicariously through these kids. Maybe that's what it is too, bro. Maybe they are vicariously living through these kids, and when they see their kids out there playing, and they feel like their kids is being cheated, you know what I'm saying, bamboozled, ricochet, led astray, all that shit, emotions run rampant, brother. And that's the only thing I can really lean towards. Maybe it's people feeling like the attachment and being the protector of kids, because that's the only thing that makes sense. I've never even, when I used to go to my little brother games when he was little, my nigga, I didn't give a fuck. I used to be like, damn, these little niggas suck. But I was just there to watch my little brother, let them know I was there to support him. I didn't really give a fuck about the outcome of the game. I was there to give him, again, the wisdom advice. If they get cheated and he mad, hey man, you win some, you lose some. Yeah, I was just there to do that shit. But when you're there and you see these parents getting mad, and you see fisticuffs being thrown. You seen niggas coming to blows. You hearing about niggas getting killed. My nigga, why is youth sports so fucking violent? I can't believe a Keith Lee brother killed the man. I can't even believe it. Like, the brother of one of the best corners of my lifetime is in prison because he killed a man over youth football. Youth football. I don't know, man. Sometimes it bothers me because we put these kids into these sports to learn, leadership, to learn about, to learn about following, listen to authority, to experience being a child. You learn a lot of life lessons through sports. I can honestly say sports is probably my greatest teacher. Sports has been my greatest teacher. Though I've learned so many words from sports media. Nigga, Stephen A. Smith has taught me so much. Talking about sports, using the vocabulary he uses. Watching sports, being in sports, that taught me how to work well with others. That taught me how to talk to people. That taught me how to want something from somebody and how to get it out of them type shit. Pause. Like, sports has taught me a lot about how to be a man. My father wasn't there. Sports taught me everything. If it wasn't for sports, I wouldn't have the motivation, the mentorship of the Kobe Bryants, the Floyd Mayweathers. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have these guys without sports. So we put these kids into sports to teach them these life lessons, and it's really sad that it's ruined by adults. You know what I'm saying? Who's supposed to be the mature ones, fucking up the situation. It truly is sad, man, when you see shots being rang out in high school games and youth football games. It's never that serious, brother. If shots are gonna be rang out in any game, I would think it's professional. You betting on that shit. The only thing I can put my finger on, it gotta be about these fucking kids, bro. It gotta be. People have to be so amped up and so riled up over these kids that they do some of the dumbest shit. And we see it time and motherfucking again, bro. It truly is motherfucking sad. It truly is. Moving on though. Let's stay with sports a little bit. Recently I came on here and I talked about the what is that? The fucking Undisputed with Skip Bayless. Talking about the sports show wars. You had Undisputed coming up with a new roster. You got not Shannon Sharp. He left and he's going over to join ESPN. You know what I'm saying? With First Take, it'll be him and Stephen A. Smith. I think Mondays and Tuesdays, starting on September 4th. On Undisputed, you got a new roster with Richard Sherman, Keyshawn Johnson, Michael Irvin. They got Josina Anderson and fucking Rachel Nichols coming on, I think tomorrow or Friday. Undisputed is what I want to focus on right now because we haven't seen the debut of Shannon Sharp. It's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic works between Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith. It's going to be very, very interesting because if they're bringing on Shannon Sharp to replace Michael Irvin, that seems like the more seamless fit just because he's coming on the days that Michael Irvin used to come on. The way Stephen A. Smith runs First Take now, ever since Max Kellerman left, he doesn't have a direct counterpart. It's a rotating chair. Ryan Clark's, Michael Spears, Damian Woody's, Dan Orlovsky's. That's pretty much it. Now it's gonna be Shannon Sharp, and he just rotates other people in there to give him a different look. Mad Dog, Russo. That's what's going on at First Take now. But over there at Undisputed, they made their debut this past Monday, and it was very, very interesting. It was very, very, very interesting. You had the viral moments of people talking about how Skip Bayless wasn't going to be allowed to talk on his own show. You got three dominant personality black men on there with Keyshawn Johnson, with Michael Irvin, and with Richard Sherman. Those three alone can talk up a whole fucking segment. Those three alone are going to trample over each other so much that it's only going to take an experienced, talent like a Skip Bayless to be able to manage this fucking show. I still feel like that one of them may have to leave. Now, after the first episode, like I said, you got the viral moment of Skip Bayless not look like he can't be able to talk on his own damn show. He even came out and told Keyshawn Johnson he talked too damn much. But it was expected. I expected the first episode to be a little bit, you know what I'm saying, a little rocky. And to be honest with you, it was a lot better than I thought it would be, just because the only negative I truly have about the show would be about Keyshawn Johnson. I don't think Keyshawn Johnson is good for debate shows. I don't even think Keyshawn Johnson is good for sports media, period. It's not that he doesn't have good takes or anything like that. His personality is so dominant that, to me, he just doesn't work well with other people. He doesn't know when to shut the fuck up. He doesn't know how to let people finish their points. He just doesn't know. Now, this isn't me trying to shit on dude, because he is who he is, and obviously he's doing something well to where they keep giving this nigga these big ass contracts. My only thing is, I believe one of them will ultimately end up leaving, and it'll only be two of them remaining. Now, whether that'll be the pairing of Richard Sherman and Michael Irvin, Richard Sherman and Keyshawn Johnson and Michael Irvin, I don't know. I do believe Richard Sherman will be there to stay. I do believe he will end up being the breakout star of this show, just because he has he's very articulate. He has the pedigree. He has the resume to back up everything he's talking about. He has all the tools to be what a Shannon Sharp is. True, that's my honest opinion. Everything that Ryan Clark is over at ESPN, I think Richard Sherman can be over at Fox. That's just how I feel. But as the first episode came and gone, you have the second episode, and you have the third episode of Undisputed. And I am here to say, God damn it, I told you. Say what you want about Skip Bayless, bro. Skip Bayless know how to create a fucking great sports show. We 3 episodes in of this new wave of Undisputed. You got the new intro with Lil Wayne. I don't know if it's because I'm behind the mic now, bro. I look at this shit a little bit different nowadays. When I watch Undisputed now, I'm more so watching right now Skip Bayless. And I'm marveling at the seamless transition that he's taken with his role of this show. Now, don't get it twisted. This is still Skip Bayless' show. Skip get the first and last word on every fucking segment. Don't get it fucking twisted. You may look at him more of a moderator right now. Okay, that's cute. I look at him more of a curator, not a moderator. Because he's literally producing each motherfucking aspect of the show. The reason why I marvel at the transition is also because Skip Bayless, he has a podcast he does. He launched his podcast, when he was doing it with Shannon Sharp. The Undisputed with Shannon Sharp. He also had his own solo podcast. Shannon Sharp should start to take off, then you start to see Skip Bayless do his own thing. The reason why I look at what Skip Bayless is doing, I've only known Skip to be one way. The very argumentative, very stubborn, quote-unquote asshole of a TV talking head. Now, grant, that may all still come back when we get back to football, but look, I think things are changing, brother. The last, 15, 20 years, what have we said Skip, what can we really say Skip Bayless talks about? Tom Brady, Cowboys, and hating on LeBron James. Well, Tom Brady's gone. LeBron's going to be gone very, very, very soon. The Cowboys, they still there, but if you haven't been watching, nigga, that's just regular cowboy talking. Ain't nobody saying nothing they ain't been saying for the last 10 to 15 years. Skip Bayless, what he's doing now on Undisputed, he's combining his podcast version of himself to his Undisputed version. He's going to give you his points. He's going to give you all of it, but his passion, not even his passion, but his what's the word? His delivery, I should say. His delivery is totally different. Him reading in the topics, him breaking down the topics before he passes it on to his guests, that's all podcast shit, bro. That's all podcast shit. If you go listen to these niggas' podcasts, they're implementing that into their everyday talk show style. Even with Stephen A. Smith, he's even doing it now. I came on and I told y'all, bro, podcasting is changing sports media. It's changing it. Even the way these niggas are delivering it now, they have to change it. Skip has to change. It can't be the same formula of, okay, let me just sit on the opposite end of an African American man and let's create greatness. As much as I love that formula, that's the best formula to me. He can't keep doing that. So you know what? Fuck that. Why? Let me curate a fucking great show. I'm gonna curate a great show. I'm gonna bring in all these motherfucking great people. When you bring in talent like Richard Sherman, Michael Irvin, Keyshawn Johnson, Rachel Nichols, Josina Anderson, when you bring, then like I said, I think he got Lil Wayne doing a Friday episode every Friday. He gonna be coming on every Friday. When you bring in a roster like this, it's very easy to start curating shit. Cause now it's like, okay, let me be the glue to make sure all this shit rock. He getting up there in age, bro. So to see him still being able to find a way to put out a great fucking product is fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing. I still feel like the moment when Skip Bayless left First Take, First Take ain't been the same. The numbers can still have them at number one because niggas fuck with ESPN more than they fuck with Fox, period. But that show ain't been shit really since Skip Bayless left. And you can say what you want about Skip Bayless, but Stephen A. Smith wouldn't be Stephen A. Smith without Skip Bayless. Shannon Sharp wouldn't be Shannon Sharp off the field without Skip Bayless. And the same thing he did for those two men, I believe he can do for Richard Sherman. Now granted, Richard Sherman is already Richard Sherman, but taking that next level and when it comes to sports media, being the go-to guy, being someone that we turn on our fucking TVs to go watch every day, Skip Bayless can put these men in a position to do that. So say what the fuck you want about Skip Bayless, but when it comes to this sports media show shit, he is the guy. Don't ever get that shit twisted. I fuck with Stephen A, but the guy has always been Skip Bayless. Always been. So I'm here to say shout out to you, Skip Bayless. I remember when I met you in person. Very cool dude. Very fucking cool dude. I'm just happy because we in that mode right now. It's kind of the same thing with Baker Mayfield. Have you noticed people switching up on Baker Mayfield? A year or two ago, niggas hated Baker Mayfield. Niggas was looking at Baker, all these goddamn progressive commercials. Niggas was hating on Baker Mayfield. But now you look at Baker Mayfield, people done turned on him. People, you kind of get the mindset that people want Baker Mayfield to fail. So now you got people coming out the woodworks like, damn, I kind of want Baker Mayfield to succeed. He's the underdog now. That's kind of the same vibe I get with Skip Bayless because you had a lot of shit that Skip went through this last year. You had the fallout with Shannon Sharp. People love Shannon Sharp so much, Uncle Shay Shay, that when you had Skip Bayless berating him on national television, and I don't even think, to me personally, I don't even think it was true him berating him in a disrespectful fashion. I think a lot of times, but you gotta understand, when you debating somebody, on one hand, you try and make this the best show ever. You try and get the most clicks ever. But when you debate somebody, there's automatically tension. You know what I'm saying? You're automatically combative. You know what I mean? So I think over time, even with me and my uncle, we debate all the time. But even over time, sometimes we just clash even more because, my nigga, we debating, arguing every motherfucking day. You know what I'm saying? You keep telling me I'm wrong, my nigga. So it's like, I don't even think it was more so of a disrespect thing between Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. I think it was more so of a power play because Shannon Sharp became bigger than the show. And that's been proven because he bought himself out the fucking contract. That's the proof right there. Shannon Sharp became bigger than the show. And for someone like Skip Bayless, that's never going to fly well with him because A, it's his fucking show, and B, he put you in that fucking seat. So I truly think that was a dynamic that was going on with that. That's why it's going to be very interesting to see how this works with First Take. Because if there's one thing that Stephen A is always going to remind a motherfucker, is that that's his fucking show. So it's gonna be very, very interesting. It's gonna be very, very motherfucking interesting. That's why I think it's very great that Shannon Sharp isn't gonna do that show every day. He's only doing it 2 times out the week. I think that's gonna save that save that partnership from fucking bottoming out fast. But say what you want about that nigga Skip B. That nigga know how to present a great motherfucking show. He truly does. But moving on. I came across this clip, right? And it was about Big Freedia, I think popular New Orleans rapper. But Big Freedia's trans. Like, Big Freedia's trans as fuck. And it was her and Slim Thug. And before I even move forward, I'm not one of those people who's against calling a trans person what they want to be called. I'm not against that. And I think the main reason why I'm not against that is because I'm only used to talking to people about how I was introduced to them. So if I was introduced to you, if you was trans and you introduce yourself to me as a woman, I'ma just know you as a woman. Now I'ma know you trans, but I'll never be like, oh, what's up, nigga? What's up, my nigga? Some shit like that. I will approach you as a chick. Now that's not me saying that, you know what I'm saying, some other shit, but that's me still approaching and respecting you because I think all this shit, man, it's really about just not wanting to offend people. Like, I've always wanted to, on this podcast, to bring a transgender on this podcast, not to berate them, not to get all up in their business in like a negative way. I want to have a conversation to A, make them more comfortable in themselves, and also just to educate myself and people that's listening. Because a lot of this confusion about not knowing how to properly, I don't even want to say label because that sounds crazy, but properly identify people, it all comes from just not wanting, if you just not wanting to offend people. Because at the end of the day, I truly don't care what people are doing. And as much as I know I'm an asshole, I don't want to just be going around offending innocent people. Like, if you a dickhead to me, if you an asshole to me, if I feel you a piece of shit, I have no problem offending you. But I don't want to go around offending people who's done nothing to me. As much as I don't care about a lot of shit in life, I care about people who don't know me. I care about if they think I'm an asshole. I know I'm probably not supposed to, but I do care about that. Because my perception is everything. Like, my perception is, I want people to perceive me as a decent fucking guy. I don't want to be the guy that offends people and just, it is what it is. No, if I offend you, and it's some shit I genuinely didn't try to do, then I will deeply apologize. But I don't even want to get to that point. So that's why I think a lot of this misidentification of people is really some childish shit, because at the end of the day, it really should just be about not wanting to offend people. And I want to play this clip from Big Freedia and Slim Thug when they was talking, because it kind of goes, it goes hand in hand with what I'm saying. Let's go ahead and, I'm on the wrong shit. Oh, here we go. Big Freedia, here it is. Get this fucking clip out. Here it is right here.
You know,
I feel that.
it's definitely cool to meet different people from different walks.
Since we here, I have a question. Okay, I'm gonna keep it 100. I've never been able to kick it with nobody like you, so I need to know the proper, pronouns and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm your Bristol, so
Yeah.
I'm gender fluid. I don't have a pronoun.
Okay.
All of that's new age for me too,
Okay.
with the pronoun stuff. So, like with my homies in New Orleans, who I kick it with, who I grew up with, the hood boys, I'm their bro.
Okay.
To my girls, I'm
Yeah.
their sister.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
To my kids, straight and gay,
Yeah.
I'm their mom.
Yeah.
My sister, my blood sister, I'm her brother.
Okay.
You know, and when she want to call me her sister, I'm her sister.
The Bristol.
Yeah, so
All right.
it
Gotcha.
really don't matter to me because I know who I am.
Really on the code is just lack of knowledge. We don't know what to offend people. Now you know a lot of stuff when you a hood dude, just, you know what I'm saying?
Our natural instincts, they sometimes be the wrong wording.
Exactly.
You know, and they can offend people, but when you don't know, you don't know.
Being a gangster rapper, you don't really be around a lot of.
All right, see, when you don't know, you don't know. And I don't necessarily think it's up to heterosexual men, heterosexual women. What do they call it? Cis women, cis female, cis male. I don't think it's up to them to have to go around and educate themselves and do all that. But what I do think is important is that respect has to be on the table. You know what I mean? It has to be on the fucking table. And the reason why I say that is because when you go around and you blatantly disrespect people, you're coming off as a bigot, as, you know what I'm saying, homophobic, all of that shit. It's only so many times you can say you don't know. When all you have to do is truly just give that person what the fuck they truly want. It's not, sometimes everything isn't for me to understand. You know what I mean? It's not for me to sit around and spew my opinions about. It's all about truly just not wanting to offend a motherfucker. That's why I want to have the conversation, because if I can have that conversation with somebody, and it's not about me wanting to get to the root of all, it's not about that. It's literally about me being able to have a comfortable conversation where both parties are comfortable, so we can explain, so we can have a conversation where we can get to know each other. Because if I can't get to know a motherfucker, then I'm gonna always be standoffish. We can get to know each other, and I can identify you as what you want to be identified as, and you can feel comfortable enough to let your true colors fucking show. And I don't think people will ever have a problem with bonding with people of the LGBTQA community who are trans, gender fluid. Because I honestly think that cisgender people believe there's a guard up. You know what I mean? Because we don't know what the fuck is going on. And if we just explain, if we get a conversation going where we can get explanations or be told exactly how to identify somebody, I think that shit can go a long way, bro. I truly motherfucking me do. I truly motherfucking me do. But moving on, man. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Hey, let's get into Lil Boosie right first. We get the fuck up out of here, man. Yo, I don't know where to start with this Lil Boosie shit. Lil Boosie is going viral right now with him, his daughter, and his baby mama. Now, I will say this, just being a Lil Boosie fan. Lil Boosie's one of those guys who, you know, came out when I was a kid like that. So I'm a big Boosie fan. If you're a Boosie fan, then you already know the baby mom that this is, he's already had problems with. This is the woman whose brother was the man that Lil Boosie went to prison for and was facing death penalty charges for, and which he ultimately beat that case. This is the same woman. This is the child that he had with that woman. Boosie recently went viral for taking back the car that he bought his daughter. He's going viral now for saying he's taking his daughter off the wheel. He's going viral now saying that his daughter was at his son's football game, giving up that ass in the bathroom. They're saying a lot of disturbing things. And honestly, I don't really even want to get into it because people's family is off limits. And I get that they making this shit public, they making all these videos, they go on Instagram Live. You got Boosie's daughter going live, talking about how she wish her daddy was a trapper instead of a famous rapper. Like, a bunch of stupid shit. You got his daughter going live, calling him a bitch ass nigga. You got Boosie going live. You got recorded phone calls of Boosie and the baby mama talking, and Boosie saying he gonna punch his daughter, give her a black eye. Boosie saying she disrespecting the family, embarrassing the family. It's a lot of embarrassing shit, bro, to be honest with you. And the main reason why I bring it up before I get out of here is because I've really been like laying low on social media. I told you already, the only reason why I got social media is like for this show. And I've really been laying low because, fam, there ain't really been nothing worth really talking about on social media in a long time. It's a lot of ignorant shit. The moment where I wake up and I can see Lil Boosie get into it with his, 14-year-old daughter? Like, I'm seeing academics, I'm seeing all these other main blogger, social media sites and platforms fucking posting this man's 14, 15-year-old daughter. That's where content is now. To where we're talking about what a 14-year-old little girl has to say. Now look, I'm not here to make no excuses for Boosie, and that's the way he talks to his kids, and where I stand on that. I don't agree with saying you're gonna punch your daughter and give her a black eye. I don't agree with that. The moment you lay your hands on that young woman, my nigga, you need to get dealt with, daughter or not. But I say all that to say, bro, we have to, as a people, look in the mirror. I ain't trying to get super deep or no shit like that, but we eventually gotta look into the mirror. We always want to know why shit is all negative around us. Look at the shit we consume. If you finding entertainment in seeing a family implode from the inside out, my nigga, you're a fucking loser. I'm gonna be honest with you. This ain't even a white or black situation. You're a fucking loser if you find enjoyment, entertainment of seeing a daughter, berate and disrespect viciously her fucking father. And you're even more a bigger fucking loser if you find entertainment and the shit that Lil Boosie is saying to counter argue. All this shit is disgusting, disturbing, and nasty, bro. It's just disgusting. Because they going viral. This shit always gonna be out there. There's other kids that Boosie got. There's grandkids that Boosie gonna have. Ultimately, I do believe that this young woman will grow up and she will regret a lot of things that she's been saying about her father. But it's not my place. I don't know the details, don't want to know the details. All I know this shit is very disgusting. And seeing that on social media and seeing that that's being plastered on social media, and that's what everybody's reposting, everybody's talking about, everybody's giving this little girl a platform to disrespect her father, is fucking disgusting. And I'm not saying that because we know who Lil Boosie is. He's the famous person. He should be the one with the platform. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, at what point in time do we as a people sit back and say, okay, this is enough? Because we don't glorify all the great shit that happened. But for some strange reason, we gonna glorify this little girl talking crazy about her dad. We gonna glorify the baby mama fucking having leaked, secretly recorded conversations with this nigga. We gonna glorify this nigga telling me he gonna black his daughter out. We gonna glorify this nigga basically exposing that his daughter was turning tricks in a fucking bathroom at a fucking youth football game. That's what we glorifying right now. And it's sickening to me that this is what people are posting, continuously to repost to get clicks and engagement on their profile. And this is what people are finding as entertainment. Eventually, bro, we gotta look in the fucking mirror, bro, because that's fucking disturbing. We talk about a lot of things we don't see with other cultures, right? We talk about a lot of shit we don't see with other cultures. This needs to be number one. We don't see this with other cultures. This is fucking disturbing. No matter the truth, no matter, it's none of our business. Even if they are the ones putting it out on social media. All you bloggers and all you other motherfuckers, y'all don't need to be the ones taking that shit and reposting it and putting that shit out to the atmosphere for your engagement. Now you have people making money off of dysfunction of this fucking planet. It's sickening, bro. It truly is motherfucking sickening. Moving on before we get out of here. Ben Simmons say he coming back, man. He's ready to dominate these niggas. Hey, look, man. Say what you want about Ben Simmons. I never thought Ben Simmons was hurt. I understood that eventually he was going to have to play the long game. He had that lawsuit against the 76ers. He wanted to get all his money. I do believe I just seen reports that he ended up getting all of his money from the 76ers. They was trying to do that little fine shit. He was holding out. He took some of his game checks and stuff like that. He ultimately got his money. And now he's ultimately saying that he's coming back on his own demon time. Look, man. Like I mentioned Baker Mayfield earlier. As much shit as niggas talked about Ben Simmons, I honestly think it would be a great story if Ben Simmons were to come back. And it's weird because I can't say, and I can't really say how good Ben Simmons would be just because I felt Ben Simmons was okay. Yeah, he's a big guard, he can pass. I mean, he's a big body who can pass, rebound, who can defend, but he hasn't really gotten any better since his rookie season. Ben Simmons came in the league one way and he's been that way since. To me, Ben Simmons is a much overrated player, but less talented Josh Smith to me, honestly. But I would love to see Ben Simmons come back and redeem himself. I don't know what he would have to do to redeem himself. He would have to be what he was and more. He would have to come back and average at least a 20-point triple-double for people to actually think that Ben Simmons is back and Ben Simmons has gotten over the quote-unquote mental hurdle. I don't think anything was truly wrong with Ben Simmons. I think Ben Simmons had got himself into a position to where he took the long road. He played the waiting game. He wanted out of Philadelphia. There was already so many hands that had been shown throughout NBA history by these players. And he found a new one. He found a new way to get out of a motherfucking team. And he did that, bro. He truly did that. He got all of his money. And I believe that he found himself in a position to where if he did go out there and play, and that would have been their proof that Ben was never hurt in the first place. He had to sit the fuck out. He had to take the criticism. He had to take all the heckling from the fans. He had to take all the people saying he don't love the game of basketball. He had to take that shit for his $20 million. If anything is worth that $20 million, it's that. Sitting the fuck out and making sure you get your money and taking that shit on the chin like a man. So if Ben Simmons can come back and be what he was and more, I will actually be happy for Ben Simmons. Do I honestly think that's going to happen? I don't have confidence in that, but I will be happy to see that story play out because, like I told you with Sha'Carri Richardson, bro, the story of the underdog is great, but the story of the person who made it to the top, then failed, then made it back to the top, that story right there, that story is where legends are made, my nigga. That story right there is how legends are motherfucking made. So I would love to see Ben Simmons pull that out. Pull that out of his ass because I don't think he can do it. But if he can do that and get back to what he was and more, I think that would be very interesting. I think that would be very good for his career because right at this moment in time, I think that Ben Simmons is, after this contract, I wouldn't feel confident saying that Ben Simmons will receive another NBA contract. Because if your back is messed up, that's a back problem. That's the worst injury to have. And also mentally, you shot. And also, thirdly, no one believes you actually love the game of basketball. So if he can come back and redeem himself, I'll be happy to see a nigga further his career. But if not, Ben Simmons is gonna be a professional Call of Duty player, bro. Real talk. Real motherfucking me talk, man. Moving on, man. Real quick here before we get out of here. You know, I came across two glaring articles that I wanted to make sure I brought up on this podcast. You know, we in a time to where everyone's doing business, right? Everyone has their hand in some type of business. I got this podcast shit going on. A lot of people got LLCs for whatever the fuck they got. Every fucking thing at this point. But a lot of people are getting into the business aspect of things. And I think every time I come across wild business ventures from back in the day, I always want to make sure I bring it up so people can learn from those and just be educated on how shiesty the industry truly can be. I came across this tweet, and it was about the Power Rangers back in the day. It was about the 30-year anniversary of the Power Rangers. The tweet reads, 30 years ago today, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers released. It was the hottest show in the world for kids. The actors were paid $600 a week and got no residuals for reruns. They worked 12 to 15-hour days 12 to 15 hour days, 6 days a week for a show that made billions and barely made any motherfucking money.
Wow.
30 years ago, $600 a week was probably nice money. I'm not gonna lie to you. Or at least decent money. You know, depending on your age and shit like that. The no residuals on the reruns is kind of crazy. To know that you're working 12 to 15 hour days, 6 days a week, and you're only getting $600 a week for a show that's making billions. Look, I've never been a Power Rangers fan, but I will never be naive and ignorant to the hype, the fan base of Power Rangers. That's not my shit, but my uncles and all them niggas love that shit. Go, go, Power Rangers. It's like, it's so many spin-offs of the original fucking show. Like, that's a huge fucking franchise. And to know that when you see the actors who portrayed those niggas, they make a lot of their money now from autograph signings and stuff like that. They should be set for life, bro. So it's all about when you're doing business, fam. Even if an opportunity presents itself to where you think it's going to be super great for you or once in a lifetime chance opportunity, my nigga, if the business not right, it ain't worth it. I can't tell you any of them niggas from the Power Rangers. And it's one thing for people not to be able to recognize you for your work. You at least want to be paid for your work. You know how niggas say they'd rather have the money, fuck the fame? You ain't never heard niggas say, I don't want neither. Because if you ain't got the money, at least you can have the fame and you can be, niggas can recognize you and you can make somewhat of a living off the fame. But niggas would much rather have the money. A nigga ain't never say he ain't want no money or the fame. He'll just do it. It's fucked up to know that the Power Rangers, the cast of the Power Rangers, pretty much ain't living like shit. They make their money off autographs and shit like that. And quite honestly, who wants that fucking autograph? I don't think nobody under the age of fucking 30 wants that autograph. If that. So it's like, it's fucked up, bro, because $600 a week, no residuals. Residuals alone would have had these people set for the rest of their fucking life. No residuals? That's tough as fuck, man. That truly is tough. But then that leads me over to just how fast the business has improved and how certain people have gotten the fruits of their motherfucking labor. I came across another article and it was about The Weeknd. I've come on this podcast many times and said The Weeknd very well may be the biggest artist in the world. Now, The Weeknd, I watched one of his performances, one of his specials on HBO Max. Beautiful. I want to go to a Weeknd show. I believe The Weeknd has more hits than pretty much anybody you would put him up against. If he does a versus, I don't think there's a man alive who could do a versus with The Weeknd and can say they will win, hands down. It'll be one of the best fucking matches ever. The Weeknd has more hits than I think people understand. The Weeknd is making news right now because The Weeknd has done something nobody else has ever motherfucking me done. The Weeknd's Beauty Behind the Madness becomes the first album in history to get 3 songs certified diamond by the RIAA.
Wow.
He's the first person in history. I would just think that Michael Jackson did it with that Thriller album, right? Ain't that like Michael Jackson's best album? Like, I'm a Prince nigga. But I would think that there's at least 3 songs on that album for Michael Jackson that, you know what I'm saying, would be diamond. You would think Tupac did it, right? You would think maybe Taylor Swift, maybe Beyonce, hell, maybe Bad Bunny. Anyway, his numbers are right now. You would think that that has been done before. But to know that The Weeknd is the only person in history to have 3 songs from an album go diamond? That's fine. Look, I give 50 Cent credit for going diamond on one album. To have 3 songs go diamond, bro, that's fucking nuts. That's some shit that I don't think people understand until you say it. Like, diamond is a lot. Diamond? To have 3 songs on one album, bro. And that's why I say you fast forward and you see people who get the fruits of that later. Because the Weeknd will forever be okay with just the album. Even with the splits, however the splits is, I'm pretty sure the Weeknd splits ain't fucked up. Like niggas like the Weeknd, Drake, you know, the Bad Bunnies, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, they splits is cool. It be them it be everybody else they fuck up. But yeah, if the Weeknd never did anything ever to fuck again, he would be okay with just that album. But when you have someone who, I would say in TV sitcom world, the equivalent of that, of what the fuck the Weeknd did, will probably be something the Power Rangers did. A franchise that made billions. And they did not receive not one fucking fruit of their fucking labor. I guess I'm just to say, man, we all hop into this business world, this business lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? We have to be careful. We have to be careful. Everything that glitter ain't motherfucking me gold, man. 10 years go by fast, bro. 10 years go by fucking fast. And it's important to make the right decisions when they're presented to you. Don't make don't make an impulsive decision and think that, you know what I'm saying, you'll be able to recoup or bounce back later. Fuck no, bro. Because when you make a decision like these niggas made with this Power Ranger shit, come on, man. I forget it was an actor, bro. It was a black actor. And I think it was it was a woman. I forget who she was, bro. We know her, bro. She on one of our favorite shows type shit. And she was originally casted as, it was fucking old girl. It was old fucking girl from Friday. Craig's girlfriend. I forget her fucking name. It was Craig's girlfriend. I hope I'm not getting this information wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, it was Craig's girlfriend. The woman who played Craig's girlfriend on that fucking show, she was originally casted as a fucking Power Ranger. Like, she was originally cast as a fucking Power Ranger, and I forget why she turned it down, but she ended up not fucking doing it. And everybody gave her so much backlash for that. Even with people knowing that the cast of Power Rangers got fucked, they still was giving her backlash for that because they said she missed out on a golden opportunity. I totally fucking disagree. Opportunity ain't golden, bro, if I'm not getting paid for this shit. And like I said, I can't sit here and identify who the fuck the cast of the Power Rangers were. Now, I know people who were super fans growing up who caught that shit, so when they dropped them as super fans, they probably can. But like I said, anybody probably under the age of 35, really, probably don't even know who the fuck you are. So you then get paid for it and you don't got the fame and recognition for it, really. It's not fucking worth it. Everything that glitter ain't motherfucking me gold, bro. You gotta know your fucking business, man. You truly motherfucking do. But with that being said, bro, I think that's all we got. That's all we motherfucking got here, man. Great ass episode. Let's run through the motherfucking me docket just to make sure we ain't missed nothing before we get up out of here. I'd have been through so much putting out this fucking episode. It makes no fucking sense. We did Noah Lyles versus everybody. Should financial stats be discussed on the first date? Why a high school game so violent? Skip Bayless did it again. Is it really about not wanting to offend people? The big Freedia Slim Thug clip. Lil Boosie versus baby mama and his daughter. Simmons bounce back season, and we did the quickies with Power Rangers and the Weeknd being possibly the greatest of all fucking time. Yeah. That's all I motherfucking me got, man. So with that being said, you know how I give it up. DJ, drop that fire ass beat, my boy. Yeah, man. Great episode, man. Almost 11 o'clock at night. We first started recording at 5:30. It's been tough. It's been tough recording session. I don't know what the fuck it is. But, you know I give it on this side, man. It's all love these ways. Never let them sidetrack you with the bullshit. Always keep the main thing the main thing. Stay safe, stay sharp, stay sane. And And how's this episode, man? We out this motherfucker. Peace. Damn. I ain't gonna lie, man. I enjoyed this episode just because of the journey that it took to put this fucking episode out. I don't know what it was, man. You know, today is that supermoon shit, you know. Supermoon, I was texting somebody earlier and they was like, you're supposed to, you know, get rid of all your things that you need to let go in life that's holding you back and stuff like that. Let me see if I can read it for y'all real fast. Here it is, the supermoon. It says, look outside, super blue moon affirmation. Tonight I let go. I let go of everything in my life that has held me back from being my higher self, my better self. I release stagnant energy, harmful emotion, toxic patterns, and negative attachments. I welcome transformations, positivity, and energy shifts. What is coming is better than what is gone. New chapters, deep soul connections, and endless abundance are waiting for me. I'll be honest with you. I'm not one of those people who believe in all that shit, really. But I gotta be honest, bro. Today's been an awkward fucking day. And really, it really started, you know what I'm saying, in the evening time, bro. My day was going so good, but out of nowhere, I just kind of got off track. I'm telling you, it had to be what Errol Spence was feeling. But with all that being said, man, I'm happy I got this episode out. Just because I love doing this shit for y'all. I love doing this shit for me. And it's just my thing, man. You know, when you find your thing, you have to nurture it. You know what I'm saying? And be prideful of the people who tap in and for a little bit. It ain't gotta be the whole episode. I appreciate the whole episode, but even to be that tap in and give it a chance, I have to be appreciative of that because I know what it's like, man, to try to build something, start a business, start a company, start a brand. I know what this shit is like, man. So I'm just thankful for the people that's tapped in, fucking with your boy. I know I say that shit a lot. I'm gonna always say that shit because for all my life, I felt like I wasn't heard. You know what I'm saying? So people to start listening to me, and I'm starting to feel like I'm being heard. It feels amazing, it truly motherfucking me does. But with that being said, you know how I give it up. Don't forget to fuck up out here, man. Make me some fucking nachos and shit. Edit this fucking episode out. Get it to the peeps. And grind on motherfucking me stop, man. You know how the fuck I give it up, man. It's your boy. Peace.
Welcome to Raw is
OG! Alright, you know the fuck, man. What kind of me, man?
Yeah.